Yo, what is up YouTube? This is Friend of a Dude, and this is a little update here of the reset of my 3x3 tent with a Grower's Choice 315 ceramic metal halide. And yeah, this is gonna be day one of veg, the reset. As you can see, the setup is a little different than last round. I'll go ahead and talk through real quick what I've changed. Everything up here, the top half, all the wiring and all that, it's pretty much the same. We got the timer for the regular light, and then I also have this timer here which controls these side lights, as you can see. Now these are, I believe, I forget, I think they're 20, no, they're 50 watts I think each. It doesn't say on the back, I forget at this point, but they're either 25 or 50 watts each. LEDs, full spectrum. So that's going to be my side lighting for when everything gets a little bushier, to really try and implement some side lights. So we got that all hooked up to timers, and then I also added a little fan here. I had another fan that broke on me I was using before, but something simple. Have a little system here so I can raise it up with this ratchet and change the height. Then moving forward, there is that right there, which is the sensor probe for this controller. I had this laying around from some previous grows. This is the Saturn 6 environmental controller. It controls cooling, CO2, heating, and humidity. So, did I get that right? Yeah. So anyways, I'm only using that for one reason, and that is for this, which right off the bat you might think that is super overkill, and you are totally correct. This thing right here is for like a main, like a big room. This can do like 500 square feet I think. So anyways, definitely overkill, but I had it lying around, and it was either use this humidifier or use the smaller humidifier I have, which you have to refill once a day. So I opted in for this one because it has this feed line for RO, which outside the tent, so my whole room here is a little mess. It's kind of a extra room, but I have my RO over there. It's coming in from the outside, actually, from the garden hose. Going in, inside here I have a float valve, and then here is the water line, which will go down and feed to the humidifier. So this round I'm going to be using humidity. As you can see, it's not hooked up right now. 47% humidity, 77 degrees. I'm going to give them probably a little bit of a week. I don't want to jump in it too quick, but I'm really excited. The only downside is the placement. Obviously, it sucks. I originally put it underneath, and I had the idea that I would just spray out towards the wall, and the humidity would just rise because of my fan at the top there, which actually pulls air out. And that is set up, let me show you real quick, on this variable speed controller on a super low setting. You actually can't even hear it, that's how low it is, but it's on. So it's on at the, like, literally the lowest setting possible. When I shut the tent, I barely even have a negative vacuum. Coming down here, I have this cool intake fan, which is just a small fan, nothing strong by any means, and that just runs from this duct with this rag over it. That's my dust protection. I actually forgot to clean it from last round, so it's still dirty. But anyways, that's getting cool air from the floor, and that's pushing hot air out. So anyways, back to the original point, my idea was to put this underneath, but it really wasn't working out at all. I mean, I was just soaking everything that's below here with water, and it wasn't working. So let me explain real quick. Here we have this reservoir, which I had designed. Pretty basic. That is my pump right here, and then there's the timer that controls the pump. I can set multiple settings on that timer in second intervals, which is nice, so I can water my plants by the second. So in here, it's pretty simple. Got the pH meter, the Blue Lab. If we go in there, there's the pump. It runs up to a check valve, It's hard to see, but then there's a pre-filter right there, and it goes out the back through this tube, which runs around back to the front, connects into all the automated watering. So this is the watering system, and then I have in the back behind there a air pump, which is feeding these air stones in there. So that is the whole setup. Like I said, it's pretty basic. It might seem complicated to some people, but if you know anything about this stuff, very, very basic. So that's kind of the whole setup in a nutshell. We're doing Coco again. I did actually a perlite blend. So I added perlite in. I just watered too. I'm doing a hand watering for now so I can control everything. So yeah, that's basically it. This is just the start of the new series. Well, all these plants right here are apple fritter. I loved it so much that I just want to do a whole tent of it. So my plan for the future, by the way, is once I get the canopy higher, I'd like to grow the canopy over this a little bit, being that this shoots humidity out towards this wall. You know, I'm hoping I can avoid any issues with mold or anything like that. But anyways, I'll keep you posted on the future. Right now, we're running at 190 watts, just transplanted, so I'm gonna keep it there for another day, and then just do some gradual increasing. Don't want to stress the plants out. I want to give them their proper time to adjust and see how everything goes. So I think that's it for now. Kind of explained the whole tent, and also I just want to throw in real quick, I did get a meter that calculates how much electricity I'm pulling, and it's actually right here. And I did some tests, and under my current electric rate here in San Diego, this 3x3 tent with everything as it is when it's at 315 watts and the humidifier is going and everything, it is only going to run me approximately $40 or $50 a month. So that's not bad at all. So I'm really stoked to have a nice, cheap, legit little grow. So on that note, I'm going to end it. Until the next video, feel free to ask questions, comment, subscribe. You know, let me know what I'm doing wrong. I always appreciate any advice. So on that note, everyone have a great day, and I'll do another update very soon. Peace.